What you talking about, Willis? It's Tommy Tastes. Yeah, I'm back. We're here to taste gin neat. And I'm tasting the gin so that you don't have to. Let's taste!
It's a gin thing, you know, you just really wouldn't get it, I'm afraid.
In my last video, I went through the differences between the original Tanqueray and Tanqueray No. 10, and I thought today we've probably given the Tanqueray original a pretty good look over, but we have neglected one of the jewels in Tanqueray's crown, which is Tanqueray Rangpur. This gin is like no other on the market. What you need to know is this is a special gin that Tanqueray have introduced since 2006. Again, really pushing that kind of craft gin bandwagon. However, this has a bit of a difference with it, and that's because it uses Rangpur limes. Now, despite the name, a Rangpur lime isn't even really a lime. A Rangpur lime is actually more kind of like a lemon or a mandarin. To give you a bit of a history to it, it's a hybrid between a mandarin, a lemon, and a lime. So much so that in China, it's not even called a Rangpur lime. It's called a Canton lemon. Ooh, fancy. Both sound good though, so whether it's Tanqueray Rangpur or Tanqueray Canton, both work for me.
And now we should all treat ourselves to a cool glass of turnip juice.
I think it's important to stress just how rare limes actually are when it comes to distillation. Although we commonly accept them as a garnish in a gin and tonic, and don't even get me started on garnishing with gins, they don't really appear in the distillation process. We tend to think of the easy peelers in Larios.
She's an easy peeler.
The grapefruit that really comes into play in something like Tanqueray No. 10. And lemon peel, which is just common throughout, basically. But lime is a really rare thing. Now, I think an important distinction needs to be made between Tanqueray Rangpur and, God forgive me, flavoured gins. Tanqueray Rangpur is not a flavoured gin. It just proudly boasts the fact that they are using these Rangpur rare limes within their distillation process. A flavoured gin, by comparison, is something that will macerate nasty fruit with horrible sugar in it post-distillation, making not a gin, more of a flavoured vodka. You remember how Bacardi Breezer was a big thing in the early noughties? Well, today's equivalent is a flavoured gin with, I don't know, a pink lemonade or, I don't know, ginger ale. It looks more posh. Bacardi Breezers had a real image problem, but when they come from a pretty bottle like this and you get a nice mixer and a stirrer in the glass, why would you ever drink a Bacardi Breezer? There's a reason that it's discontinued, man. I'd also like to highlight just how much of a scourge on society flavoured gins are. Now, I looked at the top selling gins on Amazon in 2020, and no less than 8 of those bastards were flavoured motherfuckers. Yes, 8. Ugh. Tanqueray is obviously not shy of doing exactly the same thing. And why not? It's a money turner. For every Tanqueray Sevilla orange that you make, you can make something more interesting like Tanqueray Malacca or Tanqueray No. 10, Tanqueray Rangpur. Why not do it? But they just don't taste good. They don't taste like the fruit that they're supposed to be imitating. It's just nasty, saccharine, syrupy versions. Don't waste your money.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh. Breathe in. Oh, that's better.
I feel like I've banged on about Rangpur for long enough, but I haven't mentioned any of the other botanicals that go into it. Basically, Tanqueray's 4 main botanicals, but then going a bit more down the kind of Indian fusion line. So obviously the Rangpur lime, as we've mentioned a million bloody times. You also get mandarin and bay leaf and some other kind of interesting spices. Black pepper also appears in there. So what you get is a nice spicy, citrusy gin. Enough talk, more taste.
More tasting, more problems, you know.
Return of the Ponzi whiskey glass this week. No comparisons, so just one glass will do me. However, for the next comparison, I think I'll try and get a more precise Ponzi drinking glass. So, let's get our nose in there and give it a whiff.
Oh, sniff me good, you dirty boy.
Now, despite Rangpur limes having the name of a lime, it is kind of surprising that they don't really taste or smell that much of lime. It's actually a little more mandarin-like. There's definitely kind of a note of lime in here, but juicy mandarin is the overriding flavour. But in saying that, it's a bit herbal, it's a bit spicy, so that bay leaf and the black pepper are really interacting very nicely. Let's crack on and taste.
Drink. Swalla-la-la, swalla-la-la, swalla-la-la.
It might not come as much of a surprise to you given my previous video on Tanqueray that I really like this gin. It's more of a relaxed vibe than something like the original Tanqueray or Tanqueray No. 10. It's not bold and junipery in the same way that both No. 10 and the original are. This is way more spiced, delicate, citrusy is the way that I would term it. In the same way that when we thought about Drumshambo, we were really thinking of like Asiatic cuisine. Well, now I'm thinking of like real kind of citrusy Asian food and drink. And it's just really magnificent. It's so delicate, but it's balanced really, really well. Obviously, you're getting lime on the palate, mandarin, basically all of those follow through. Yada, 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 boring ice time. So, here we go.
So normally I just do this and eat oven chips frozen from the bag before throwing up on myself.
The ice cube has to be my favourite way to consume this gin. It makes it just feel a little more creamy and even more relaxed than it did. I get this kind of like key lime pie vibe off it. And well, who doesn't like that? It's just really citrusy, really nice and sweet, but a bit more licorice is now coming out, and then you get all the spice as well. Top banana. Dilution time, baby. So probably a 1-to-1 there. Let's do it.
Drink, 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 drink.
Dilution and me just don't really work together, unless it's a flavoured gin, in which case dilute it as much as you like. The less I can taste that nasty sugar, the better. Just keep topping it up with water until you've got maybe 5 litres of water. I think that's the ideal use for a flavoured gin. This is really, really good. And the lime cuts through and it's still nice and delicate. It's just very refreshing. Like I said, it's like the perfect summer drink, and feel free to dilute it because that's really what Tanqueray want you to do. I think this gin is perfect on ice, and that's the way that I would always have it myself. But if you are more of a dilution lover, then I think you'll really enjoy this gin.
Oh, get to the bloody point, mate.
Have I just admitted again that dilution might not be such a bad thing? Shoot me now, or, I don't know, YouTube, take down my channel? I think that Tanqueray Rangpur is fantastic. This is a gin for both gin lovers and maybe not gin lovers alike. If you want something that is both spicy, refined and citrusy, fill your boots, go for the Rangpur. It is quality. However, if you're looking to just pour something in that's ridiculous, then you know what? You're probably going to enjoy this as well. Just crack on. I think the most important thing is that you taste Rangpur.
You know what I really enjoy? Paying £8 for something that tastes like sour juice.
I think the vibe of this one suggests that cocktail making is not such a bad thing. But I think you would have to go for a slightly more citrus style of cocktail. So something like a Tom Collins, where you're mixing it with lemon juice, a little bit of sugar syrup and soda water, I think would go really nicely with this. Likewise, a gimlet, I think would go very, very well. So just diluting with fresh lime juice and a bit of ice to get a perfect kind of slightly more cosmopolitan-esque style cocktail. It's really very good and withstands all of those things. So I'd highly recommend this if you are looking to mix. I'm a bloody sellout. I've sold myself out and I bloody hate myself as a result of it. But you know what pissed me off more than that? It's the fact that for some unbeknownst reason, Tanqueray Rangpur won the San Francisco's 2020 Spirit Award Gold in the flavoured gin category. It's not a fucking flavoured gin. Stop bringing it down to the flavoured gin level. It's a quality product, and a quality product that should be consumed like any other gin, not in a liquid dance floor where you're mixing it with Pepsi Max. Don't do that with this gin. If you do it, not only will I take a shit on your rug, as I've claimed in other episodes, I will take 2 shits on your rug. A last note on the price. Normally you can find this under about 20 quid, and I think that is a bargain. In terms of gins under 20 quid, I'm giving this my Tommy's Top value. My one criticism, 41.3%. It's a good percent, and trust me, the alcohol is so well integrated and it feels powerful, but imagine what you could do with an export strength. Oh, drink responsibly, kids.
Yeah, California. This is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, California. California, California. Drug, pussy in California. Like and subscribe to this channel. Drug, pussy in California. What? Yeah, man. Like, and subscribe. Like, and subscribe. Likey, and subscribe. Likey, and subscribe. Like, and subscribe.